Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to another tactic testing video. And up in today's video, I'll be testing the tactic Zaz Water 4.0. And the teams I've selected to test this tactic with today is, as you can see, first of all, Man City, Newcastle and Leeds. Well, first thing to mention about this tactic is apparently this is a more defensive style to the Zaz Fire, I believe it said. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a more defensive style. You've got balanced mentality, which is obviously not too attacking there. But look at the front four going on there. You've got two inside forwards on attack and two advanced forward on attack as well. And with Man City, the first team I'm going to test this with, this could be very scary, despite the saying it'd be balanced mentality. Excuse the pun here. Hopefully it will bring some balance to the team. Also, you've got two DMs in here. It looks a lot like two centre midfielders. We're actually two DMs. As you can see, they've got Segundo Volante on support there. And then just a standard back five, really. Two wing-backs on support, two ball-playing defenders on defend, and a sweeper keeper on defend as well. Not so many instructions here with this tactic. We've got high press going on the high defensive line as well. Much more often trigger press. So I'm intrigued to see what will happen here. More so with Newcastle and Leeds than Man City, because Man City, realistically, with most tactics, they should do well with the players they have here. But especially this, how will it be underwhelming? Will there be not so many goals, or will it be an absolute goal fest with a front four there? As you can see, you've got Silva, Grealish, Foden, Haaland, and that's just my opinion of the best front four here at the club. Of course, you could put so many players in there, Mahrez as well, Alvarez. It's just the list goes on, but De Bruyne on the flanks there as well. So I don't know what the assistant manager will do. Without further ado, I'm going to go on holiday. I'm going to select use current match tactics, and let's see how Man City will get on with this tactic. Well, before we get started with the results, I want to reiterate that this is not my tactic. The creator of this is Zaz, and the link will be found in the description below as well if you want to check out the tactic in all its glory there. So I can't take any credit for the tactic. I'm purely just testing it with 3 different teams. And also, before we get started with the results, please remember that if you like this video, hit that like button for me. It'd really help this video get seen by more people. And also, if you're new around here and you're interested in seeing more videos from me, then please hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out, and you much appreciate as well. So let's get started with results then. Well, with Man City, it's gone pretty well. Has to be said, it's gone pretty well. They've actually won the quadruple in this season, and they won the Champions League as well, the trophy that keeps eluding them. Beat Barcelona 3-0 in the final. They finished top of the league with 102 points, and yes, I have clocked that already, with a plus 109 goal difference. I think it's safe to say it was a goal fest. We'll go into it in more detail in a second, but 109 they've actually got a bigger goal difference. They have a points tally. Plus 109 goal. Is that a record? That must be a record. There's no way that's not a record. And 102 points. Did they have the record of 100 points? Not sure. So it looks like 2 records broken there. Erling Haaland scored 48 goals in the league as well. We'll get to him in a second. With all his goals he scored. Won the FA Cup as well, which is very nice. Knocked down the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup by Man United, which is disappointing. And won the Community Shield as well. So a quadruple here. And the only thing ruined was being knocked down in the quarter-final by Man United in the Carabao Cup. So on the face of it, it looks like it's been very, very successful. It's a little bit conflicting though, because obviously it is Man City, but you cannot overlook a plus 109 goal difference. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Well, let's get started with the league table then. Yeah, madness. Well, Erling Haaland with 48 goals. That's pretty much the norm, really, to be honest, with him in the Premier League at least. Maybe 48 is pushing it a little bit, but I regularly see him in the early 40s with top goal scorer. Julian Alvarez got 23 goals as well, so not too shabby from him, it has to be said. Erling Haaland at 8.27 average rating as well, and a 17 player to matches. That is ridiculous. De Bruyne with 19 assists as well, and Sergio Gomez, a bit surprising to see him there with 12 assists. He is a bit of a set piece god though. Sergio Gomez has to be said. But anyway, let's get into the full details here. Well, won 33 games, drew 3, and lost 2. Wonder who beat them. Well, Chelsea has to be a bit, not without a fight, that's for sure. 3-2 losses by those games. 133 goals scored, which is madness. 13 of them against Nottingham Forest, by the way. And only 24 goals conceded. So look how good the defence is as well with this tactic. With Man City at least. 109 goal difference is just absolute madness. And 102 points as well. Absolute insane. Let's get onto the home record here. Well, the home record was, wow, that's ridiculous. 19 wins out of 19 there. 78 goals scored. And only 3 goals conceded in the entire season. So the Etihad was an absolute fortress. Away from home, wasn't too bad either. But only 14 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses. 55 goals scored, 21 conceded. So at home, this tactic of Man City is broken. Let's get started with some of the results in as well. We'll start off really well. 4-0 away win against Brentford there. Beat Nottingham Forest 9-0 at home. That's not too bad, is it? Not too bad at all. The first loss of the season came away to Aston Villa 3-2. It was a little bit of a surprise. Well, I like playing Dortmund, tell you that much. I like playing Dortmund. 6-2 away win. Haaland with a hat-trick against his former team there. Beat them 5-0 at home as well. Erling Haaland with a brace. So that was quite nice to see. Beat Liverpool 1-0 in between those as well, which is nice. Look at what a run of form this was at the start of the season. Lost away to Aston Villa, of course, but other than that, absolutely flying. Beat Leeds 5-3 away from home. Well, it looks like this tactic is not going to bore you, to tell you the truth. Not at all. Beat Rochdale 10-1 at home, but that is Rochdale after all, so nothing amazing there. Beat Chelsea 5-0 at home as well. Lost away to Man United 4-3 in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, by the way. It's madness, that. Beat AC Milan 4-0 away as well. Beat Leicester 7-0 at home after beating Brighton 6-1 away from home. Wow, this is crazy. Crazy results here for Man City. They actually beat Man United in the FA Cup final as well 3-0 and beat Barcelona in the Champions League final 3-0 as well. So in total, only 4 losses throughout the entire season in all competitions, and there were 3 3-2s and 1 4-3 as well. So close as well to going the entire season unbeaten. That's pretty crazy. Only a couple of draws as well, I see. Only 5 draws as well. So a lot of wins for Man City, but that sort of, fixture list for Man City is not surprising to see. They're arguably the best team in the world, aren't they, if you look at their team. So it's nothing special. But the special thing is that goal difference. Plus 109 goal difference. Let's look at the players here. How many goals did Erling Haaland score? I've never seen a result like it, to tell you the truth. He scored 84 goals. 84 goals Erling Haaland scored here in 58 starts. That is absolute mad. He's got 16 assists as well. He was actually involved in 100 goal involvements throughout this season with Man City. So, yeah. If you play this tactic, Erling Haaland seems to quite enjoy this one. And, well, I don't think I've seen results like it. I think it's the record in the modern era, at least, in a top 5 league. Messi with like 73 goals or something. So, Erling Haaland has absolutely smashed it there with this tactic. 84 goals is just incredible, and 16 assists as well. Let's check it out in full detail here. 48 goals in the league, of course, and 11 assists. Madness. 18 goals in 8 games in the cup competitions, and 18 goals in 13 games in Champions League as well. So the man is absolutely possessed. That is just an insane record. 84 goals and 16 assists in 58 games. I'll be interested to see any tactics I test in the future could top that. It'll be hard to top that. 100 goal involvements is just unheard of. It's unheard of. Alvarez had quite a good season as well. Has to be said, 33 goals and 17 assists. Half the goal involvement says Haaland, though. That's pretty much the normality there. 50 goal involvements for Alvarez. Foden got 19 goals, 12 assists. Silva, 17 and 13. De Bruyne with 31 assists there in all competitions as well. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant for Man City, this. But this is what we expect. I still feel like it's been a massive success for Man City, though. 84 goals for Haaland. Clearly, this tactic works well for his... It's hard not to work well for his strengths, though, because he's an absolute freak, isn't he? But plus 109 goal difference. What a tactic of Man City this is. Anyway, let's test it out with one of the second teams now. One of the other teams, shall I say. Let's test it out with Leeds. Well, a crazy result there for Man City. Absolutely crazy. Plus 109 goal difference. Haaland 84 goals. Will it be the same for Leeds, though? Well, I can't see Bamford or Rodrigo getting 84 goals, to be honest with you. And I can't see them winning the league 102 points. But we shall see what they do. I actually quite like the look of Leeds' team, to be honest with you. I actually think Leeds' team is quite good, with quite decent squad depth as well. But there's a big difference between Leeds and Man City. We have front four there as well. I do fear for Leeds here a little bit. I reckon they're going to score a lot of goals, but I reckon they can concede a hell of a lot of goals. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go on holiday, select use current match tactics, and let's see what happens. Well, with Leeds, it's been quite a stable season. Nothing to shout about. Has to be said. 13th in the league. You give that to Leeds fans, or the players, the board, whatever you want to say, the whole club in general. 13th place. I think they'll take that, to be honest with you. 45 points, 16 points clear of the relegation zone. Only -1 goal difference as well. Interesting to see what happened there. So, yeah, positive signs from Leeds in the league, but albeit nothing sensational there, has to be said. Knocked out in the semi-final in the FA Cup by Liverpool, though, so had quite a good cup run there, has to be said. Knocked out in the second round by Nottingham Forest in the Carabao Cup. So on the face of it, doesn't look like anything sensational for Leeds, but you'd take that. You'd take that as your first season, something to build upon, and a little bit of tweaks to the tactic in some games. We're looking at a whole more successful season here. Let's check out some of the results for Leeds here. How do they start off this? Well, they started off the season very well, it has to be said. They beat Southampton 8-1 at home. 8-1 at home. That's a lovely way to start the new season. What's this like with Southampton again? Absolutely battered in the league, by the way. Crazy. They also beat Tottenham 1-0 away from home as well. Drew 3-3 at home to Man City. Drew away to Liverpool 2-2. It won in the first month there. They actually went unbeaten for the first 9 games of the season. So things are really going really well. But this period here, before the World Cup starts, just after the World Cup as well, was disastrous, to tell you the truth. Absolutely disastrous. Things started to pick up a little bit after that, though. Any crazy wins in here? Not really any crazy wins to talk of. Had a good March as well there, decent March. And then in April, let themselves down again with a very poor run of form there in April. And then finished off with a bit of a poor run of form in May as well. So very poor end to the season. Great start to the season. Bit of inconsistency here from Leeds, which is what you expect for a mid-table club. But yeah, they didn't really get battered in any game, really, did they? Well, lost away to West Ham 4-0. So it's a little bit surprising. They actually check out the league table in full there. How many goals did they score? Well, they did score a lot of goals. 61 goals. Obviously, it looks like hardly anything compared to 133 from Man City. Only 62 goals conceded. Bit surprised about that. I was expecting a lot more goals conceded from Leeds there. What can you really say about that? Do they need a better attack or a better defence? I don't know, really. All in all, it's been quite a decent season, but 13th, nothing to shout about for Leeds, really, is it? 8 wins, 6 draws and 5 losses at home there, so not nothing special at Elland Road. 3 wins, 6 draws and 10 losses away from home. So Leeds, a little bit underwhelming. Well, as you can see here from the team, there's not really been too many great performances for Leeds with this tactic. Only one player, really, with a green average rating. They can't really count these two at the top here because they only played one substitution appearance, but Rodrigo with 23 goals and 6 assists. Great return. Looks like absolute peanuts compared to Haaland's 84 goals and 16 assists, though. Just doesn't seem to be too many goals in the team. It was a little bit surprising. 14 goals from Bamford in 45 games. 7 assists. Nothing to shout about, really, is it? 10 goals and 11 assists for Sinestra as well. And 8 goals and 12 assists for Harrison. So the front four all did chip in quite nicely. But other than that, there's not really any other goals in the team. So I think that's where they're lacking there. No really goal-scoring midfield or anything like that. So with Leeds, the tactic, not amazing, but I also wouldn't say it's been a failure. 13th in the league with Leeds, you know, about bang average, really. And FA Cup semi-final to talk of as well. So, yeah, all in all, quite decent for Leeds, but a bit of a shadow compared to Man City. But anyway, let's check out Newcastle then. What will they do? Well, Newcastle are clearly a team who are high-flying in real life, chasing down a Champions League place. Could they do something similar with this tactic, though? I'm a little bit sceptical, I have to be honest, but I do like Newcastle's first 11, or in my opinion, their strongest 11. But in terms of squad depth, I think their squad depth is really quite poor, to tell you the truth. So a few injuries in this team and they could really struggle. But our front four is looking rather scary. Of course, Amaron doesn't look as good on FootballManager these days. He looks pretty terrible, actually, but the way he's playing in real life, he's an absolute beast, isn't he? Saint-Maximin on the left and Isak and Wilson up front. That's pretty darn scary, to tell you the truth. That's pretty darn scary. So Newcastle, will they push for a Champions League place? Well, let's find out. I'm going to go on holiday, select use current match tactics again, and let's see what happens. Well, Newcastle had a very successful season. I'm quietly surprised about this. I finished 5th in the league, so Europa League finished there. Only a point behind Tottenham, though, in 4th place. That's a little bit devastating. Runner-up in the FA Cup, though. So this tactic seems to work quite well in the FA Cup. Man City won it, of course. Leeds to the semi-final, and Newcastle to the final. So a bit of an FA Cup tactic to talk of here. And knocked down the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup by Arsenal. So, yeah, you look at that. That's a very good season for Newcastle, in my opinion. So, yeah, this tactic seems to be doing quite well to me. I quite like it, not going to lie. Let's check out Newcastle in full here. Well, look at Isak and Wilson there. Erling Haaland, top goal scorer, surprise, surprise. But look at that. Isak with 29 goals and Wilson with 25 goals. And both second and third in the average rating as well. So you can see where the key players are for Newcastle's team here. Saint-Maximin with 20 assists as well. Absolutely brilliant. Let's check out the home record and away record here. Well, first of all, obviously with Leeds there was only 61 goals scored and 62 conceded. Bit of a contrast here with Newcastle. They scored 94 goals, which is sensational, but they conceded 70 goals conceded. How bizarre is that? Leeds only conceded 62, but Newcastle conceded 70. Well, look at that. 13 of them were conceded to Man City. So Man City absolutely battered Newcastle, it seems. Plus 24 goal difference though. It's quite good, but it'd be nice to have a slightly better defence than that. Is that actually the worst defence in the league? No, it's not. Nottingham Forest with 91 and Fulham with 71. So third worst defence in the league, but the best attack in the league. So I guess that's something. Again, not very boring, this tactic. Not very boring at all. Let's check out St James's Park. Well, St James's Park, it was a fortress. 16 games won, 2 drawn and 1 loss. Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess that's the Man City. 6-1 home loss to Man City. Other than that, they did pretty well at home. Away from home was a big struggle for Newcastle, though. Only 4 wins, 5 draws, and 10 losses. So a little bit of a better away record. They definitely would have finished in the Champions League places. Let's check out their results as well. Well, with Leeds, it started off brilliantly. With Man City, it started off brilliant as well. With Newcastle, it started off terribly. The only loss they came at home in the league. Actually started off in the first game of the season. Lost at home to Man City 6-1, as we just saw. Then lost away to Wolves 3-0. And away to Arsenal 4-0. So from the first 3 games of the season, at bottom of the league, with a minus 12 goal difference. So that's pretty crazy. Beat Forest 4-1 at home in the Carabao Cup next game, though. And then beat Aston Villa 7-1 at home in the league. So a bit of a strange start to the season there. Look at that result as well. Beat Nottingham Forest 8-4 at home. Conceding 4 goals at home to Nottingham Forest is pretty shameful. But scoring 8 goals in the same game, well, the punters certainly got their money's worth in that game, to tell you the truth. That is amazing. 12-goal game there, 8-4 win. Look at that. 4-3 lost away to Fulham, lost away to Liverpool 3-2. Beat West Ham 6-2 at home as well. Beat Liverpool 6-1 away in the Carabao Cup 4th round. Oh, Harvey Blair was the goal scorer for Liverpool there, so maybe they put out a week 11. I'm sure they have to. With a 6-1 loss there. Lost away to Man City 7-2 as well. Lost at home to Man City 6-1 and away to Man City 7-2. Well, it seems like Haaland loves playing with this tactic and he loves playing against this tactic as well. It's best not to use this tactic against Man City, it seems, if you do go with this one. If you're Newcastle or any other club. Beat Liverpool 6-2 at home as well, though. Lost to Liverpool 4-3 in the FA Cup final. What a game that must have been. Unbelievable. Look at Joe Willock getting sent off after 1 minute as well in that game. What a joker. What a joker. But yeah, for Newcastle, it worked out quite well, in my opinion. Just don't play this tactic against Man City, it seems. At home, it seems to work an absolute treat. Beat everyone at home, apart from Man City. We lost 6-1 in the first game of the season. But other than that, really, really impressive. Really, really impressive, in my opinion. Let's check out the best players of the season. Well, Isak with 43 goals in 43 starts and 8 assists is amazing. Also, Callum Wilson with 32 goals and 15 assists. Say Maximan with 16 goals and 26 assists. That's amazing as well. And Trippier with 4 goals and 24 assists as well. So the key men are those 4 there, it seems, by quite a distance as well. Trippier did really well. So Maximan with 42 goal involvements. And those 2 absolutely banging the goals in for fun there. So yeah, that's the 3 teams tested with this tactic. I'm quite happy with it, to be honest with you. Man City absolutely blew the doors off with this tactic, but it is Man City after all, so a little bit conflicting. But as I said, plus 109 goal difference cannot be overlooked. And Erling Haaland with 100 goal involvements in this video here today. 84 goals and 16 assists. Pretty crazy. Leeds with a pretty bang average season, it has to be said, but a good FA Cup run, so something positive to take away from that. And Newcastle with a good season as well, in my opinion. 5th in the league. And an FA Cup final as well. So that is the end of the video. Please remember, guys, that if you do like the video, to hit that like button for me. It really helped this video get some more people, as I said. And also, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out. And much appreciated as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.